It's time for your coffee break with Chinese Pod. I'm Charlie.
嗨，大家好，欢迎来到中文播客，我是庆林。在上一集当中，我们为尼克成功说服了王总而开心，但也有一点担心。
Yeah, I think things went really well for Nick last time, but nothing is set until Mr. Wang signs his name on that piece of paper.
没错，合同没签，说什么都没用。王总会不会又提出了一些其他要求呢？让我们一起听对话吧。
王总，这份合同草案请您过目，看看有哪里需要修改的。
第5条这里，交货日期可以提早一点吗？
生产有一定的标准流程，赶货的话，我们很难为质量把关啊。
早点交货，早点上架，就可以早点收钱啊。
好，那我分批出货，尽快赶给您。
好，你再看这预付款也太多了吧？
您别这样，款项没收到，我没办法备料啊。
好吧，那运费就免了吧。
您真会打算盘。好，运费我就包了。
你这人真干脆。如果这次货卖得好，下次给你个大订单。
好，祝我们共创双赢。
听起来他们在讨论合同的细节了。
Yeah, they are discussing about the contract indeed. And now Nick is asking Mr. Wang if he would like to revise anything on the contract.
在第一句当中有几个词是我们在商业活动当中经常看到的。第一个就是合同，我们也常常可以看到合约。合同和合约是一样的意思。
So they both mean contract.
第二个词草案。
That's a draft or a rough draft.
接下来这个词是过目。
All right, I'm going to chop this up. 过 would be to pass by, right? Then 目 is like your eyes. So to pass by your eyes would mean a quick glance. That's just a polite way to say, please take a look. And you usually use this when you're talking to your superior. Let's get an example.
好，
Lynn and I are friends.
你看一下。
Okay, now I am Lynn's boss.
老板，请您过目。老板，我们还有一个词，修改。
That is to revise. Now, did Mr. Wang revise anything on the contract or not?
有，王总觉得第5条交货时间可以提早一点。
All right, so Article 5. Yeah, he would like the product delivery date to be slightly earlier.
第5条，他用了条字。
It means article, but it's not like a newspaper article that you read. It's like an article in a contract, like Article 1, 2, or 3.
没错，还有一个词交货。
I'm going to chop this up. 交 is to hand over, and 货, we came across this before. It means product, right? So it should be to hand over the product.
在对话当中，他说的是交货日期。最后，我们再来看看把关这个词。
So 把 is like to guard something. Then 关 is like a passageway. So literally it means to guard the passageway with your life. But what it really means is just to watch over something or to guard something with your undivided attention.
在中国的广告当中，我们常常可以听到为什么什么把关。
So this phrase pops up a lot in Chinese commercials.
比如，有机食品为健康把关。
It's an ad, right? Organic food. It safeguards your health.
我们也可以听到卫生局为食品安全把关。
The Department of Health watches over food safety.
我想到一件事，也和把关有关系。
Okay, what is it?
在中国，我们谈恋爱的时候，常常会把男朋友或女朋友带给父母看。
So you're saying that in China, when you're dating somebody, you would take your boyfriend or girlfriend home to meet your parents. But I thought you said it's got something to do with 把关。
父母是在为孩子的幸福把关呀。
Right. All parents are watching over their children's happiness. So Mr. Wang's intention is that the faster he gets the delivery, the faster he can launch his products, and the faster both he and Nick can start making money.
没错，早点交货，早点上架。这里面有一个词“上架”。
So I think that's just to be on the shelf. And I would think it's on the shelf of a shop or a store. So that pretty much just means to launch the products.
接着，尼克想出了一个好办法满足王总，那就是分批出货。
So 分批 would be in batches. And Nick's idea of 分批出货 would be into partial shipments, I guess.
我们也常常可以用到分批出售、
That is to sell in batches,
分批付款。
to pay in installments. Well, it seems like Mr. Wang agrees to all this, but he raises a different question.
是的，他觉得预付款太多了。
So, 预 would be in advance or beforehand, and then 款 would be payment. So that's pretty much down payment. And Mr. Wang thinks the down payment is just a little bit too much.
唉，看来这个合同又在钱的问题上出问题了。尼克说，款项没收到，没办法备料。
But I think it makes sense because if Nick doesn't get the down payment, then he's got no money to start prepping the materials for production.
我们先来看看款项这个词。
That means payment, but I remember the word 款 from 预付款, right, which means down payment.
第二个词备料，备就是准备，料就是材料。
So 准备 would be to prepare, and then 材料 would be materials. So together is to prep the materials.
没错，接下来王总好像被尼克说服了。王总说：“好吧，好吧，那运费就免了吧。”
Yeah, so Mr. Wang agrees to the down payment, but yet he raises another question about shipment fees.
这里面有一个词“运费
And that is a shipment fees. ”。
我们通常会用几种运输的方式，比如海运、
Hi, that's like sea, so I would say sea freight.
空运。
天空 like sky, so air freight.
对话当中我们听到他说运费就免了吧，免。
免 would be to exempt or just to remove something completely.
我们常常听到免运、
That's free shipment.
免费、
Oh, that's free of charge. I like this one.
免税。
That's free of tax, so duty free. So after Mr. Wang asks for free delivery, Nick says that he's clever, and I agree. But Nick just said yes.
尼克用了一句很地道的中国话，他说：“您真会打算盘。”
So we have to know what 算盘 is. That's like an abacus. It's like an ancient calculator. So 打算盘 means you're good at with numbers. So that means you're clever.
我们来用打算盘造个句吧。
Okay.
他真会打算盘，在夏天折扣的时候就把冬天的衣服买好了。
That's exactly what I do. You know, I buy all my winter clothing, like coats and everything during the summer sale. Oh, I must be clever.
我们刚刚说了打算盘，查理，那你知道什么是打小算盘吗？
So the abacus is small and you're good with small stuff. I would think it means you're stingy.
所以我们常常会说，如果想做大生意，不能只打小算盘。
Yeah, if you want to dream big, you can't worry about petty little things.
接着尼克说，运费我就包了。包
So that's cover, like 我包了 I'll cover it.
在网络购物的时候，我们常常可以看到包邮。
That means delivery included, or in other words, free delivery.
我们刚刚有提到免邮，免邮跟包邮是同一个意思。Charlie，你知道什么是包吃包住吗？
That would be meals and accommodation included. So I think maybe there's a job at a different city that offers free housing and free food.
祝你找到一个包吃包住的工作。
So firstly, Mr. Wang compliments Nick by saying that he's straightforward. Then he says, if the products sell well, I'll order even more from you next time.
王总说：“你这人真干脆，干脆。”
That is straightforward.
接着尼克说：“好，祝我们共创双赢。共创就是共同创造。
Yeah, to create something together.
那双赢呢？
Oh, that is like I win, you win. So it's like a win-win situation. So when doing business, I think it's always every man for themselves. It's always you trying to look out for your own self-interest. So it's very hard for every party to walk away from a deal thinking you've struck a bargain. But at the end here, Mr. Wang and Nick did exactly that. They're trying to create a win-win situation for future collaboration.
在这美好的祝福之后，他们的对话就结束了。接下来，让我们再听一遍对话吧。
王总，这份合同草案请您过目，看看有哪里需要修改的。
第5条这里，交货日期可以提早一点吗？
生产有一定的标准流程，赶货的话，我们很难为质量把关啊。
早点交货，早点上架，就可以早点收钱啊。
好，那我分批出货，尽快赶给您。
好，你再看这儿，这预付款也太多了吧？
您别这样，款项没收到，我没办法备料啊。
好吧，那运费就免了吧。
您真会打算盘。好，运费我就包了。
你这人真干脆。如果这次货卖得好，下次给你个大订单。
好，祝我们共创双赢。
What a journey for Nick. I can still remember him from episode 1. He just got to Shanghai. Then after that, he faced challenge after challenge.
没错，尼克真的是一个很会做生意的人，他越来越了解中国的文化了。尤其在中国，想要做生意就要交朋友，讲交情。
If he keeps this up, he's gonna be crazy rich Nick.
如果你有什么想法或问题，也欢迎给我们留言，我们会第一时间回复您。我是庆林，
And I'm Charlie.
下次见，拜拜。
Now, here's a vocabulary recap.
合同、
Contract,
草案、
draft,
过目、
to glance,
修改、
to revise,
调、
article,
交货、
delivery,
标准流程、
standard operation procedure,
质量、
quality,
把关、
to guard or to watch over,
上架、
to launch,
分批、
in batches,
预付款、
down payment,
款项、
payment,
备料、
to prep materials,
运费、
shipping fee,
免、
to exempt,
打算盘、
to calculate,
包、
cover,
干脆，
straightforward,
共创双赢。
to create a win-win situation.
Chinese pot, Chinese pot.